And those 935 names are there. And the recommendation which we were given, and which is usually given in such circumstances, is their salaries should be stopped forthwith. Not even the word immediately, forthwith. Forthwith means mara moja. No discussion. Unasimamisha mshahara kwanza. And then, ikiwa mtu ametokea, there is a procedure for how such matters are handled. I've decided to constitute a small team from within, which will deal with any cases which may arise, and also to advise on how we implement various aspects of that particular report. So today we are going to receive a report relating to motor vehicles, plant and equipment. I appointed a team headed by Mr. Stephen Wambua, and he is the one I'm going to invite after my remarks. It's not a speech, it's just my remarks, so that he can present that particular report to us. And then, after he presents the report, we will have an opportunity for all of us to seek clarifications or to ask any questions relating to what they have presented, just the way it was done when the other reports were presented. We deliberately opted to have this done transparently because there's nothing to hide. We are just trustees, the governor, the deputy governor, the ministers, and everybody else who works for the Kitui, for the county government of Kitui. We are trustees for the assets which belong to the people of Kitui, and we are supposed to take care of them. And I said I don't want to be given the report in my office quietly, almost in secrecy. I said, ipeanwe hapa, msikie nyinyi wenyewe, because you are representing the people of Kitui. Of course, the 1.2 million inhabitants of Kitui, could not all of them be here. We could only have a representative number to represent them. But I hope arrangements has been made, just as they were made with respect to the other reports presentation, for the same to be streamed. Those people who like to watch it, YouTube and so forth, there's nothing to hide. They can watch. Whoever has comments, you cannot prevent people from commenting in social media and other places. We are in a free country, but we don't want people to start peddling falsehoods with a view to maligning the work which has been undertaken by a committee. Na kwa hayo machache sitaki kuchukua wakati mwingi, kwa sababu tuko hapa ili tupate hiyo report ambao kamati imetengeneza. Chairman wa kamati akija, tutampatia nafasi ya kutujulisha members wake ni kina nani, ili tusikie kwanza kama those members, the cross-section and the members are people you can trust. You know, when we had the human resource audit, when they introduced themselves, or when they were introduced, I can tell you, if you know how government runs, you could not get a better team in the Republic of Kenya to look at those matters. If you have yule ambaye anasimamia IPPD Kenya na amekuja hapa, amefanya kazi na amesema hii iko namna hii, who else are you looking for? And they are not from here. They have no vested interest in anything. Tunaelewana? Kwa hivyo atatujulisha members wake ni kina nani, tujue kama there are people who have the wherewithal or people who had the wherewithal to undertake the assignment which we gave to them. So they will be introduced, not just names, but who they are, where they work, and so forth and so on. And then tutapata report, and from there tutajua tutaendelea namna gani. Kwa hivyo mko tayari tukaribishe mwenyekiti wa hiyo kamati? Okay, mwenyekiti Bwana Steven Wambua, karibu. Nafasi ni yako sasa. Asanteni.
Through His Excellency, the Governor, Kitui County, Governor Malombe, Deputy Governor, Deputy Speaker of the Assembly, Kitui, members of executive committees, chief officers, members of County Assembly, members of the clergy, imams, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Habari zenu. Thank you so much. My name is Steven Wambua, chairman of this committee. Wambua comes from Kitui, born, brought up in Kitui from Yata, Kanyangi specifically. I'm from the corporate world, insurance industry, in strategic management, and I've been the leader of this team. I wish to thank His Excellency, the Governor, for appointing this committee, among others. I know we've had the pending bills, which did a good job, and I know you also know that. We also had the HR committee, which also did a good job, because it's like Governor trying to clear the way for the new team to travel on. This is a good spirit, withholding spirit of transparency and accountability. Through this county will go to greater heights. Without taking a lot of time, allow me to introduce the team that has been working with. We have the Vice Chair, Grace Kimani of this committee, Vice Chair. She works with the county government of Kitui. She has a master's degree. She is qualified. Thank you, Grace. He is a member, very dedicated and very useful when it comes to engineering issues. He did a lot to guide us on matters electronic and the rest. Thank you, Chris Bindi. We have John Kamonda John. Kamonda John is a CEO, qualified, an asset to this committee because of organizational history, and she is of great help to us. Thank you so much, Kamonda. We have Joseph Kidome, Joseph Kidhome is an engineer, also working with the county government of Kitui, Agriculture, Minister of Agriculture. He has been the driving force when we were doing the data processing, because he's talented in that field. Thank you, Joseph. George Kawaya is an engineer also, mechanical engineer, very useful. During the field we were doing the assessment and valuations. They gave us the best opinion. Thank you so much, George. We have Joseph Monyambo, Campo, a very strong senior citizen, very dedicated. Yesterday we worked after around 4 p.m. We were just at the Deputy Governor's office, and Munyambo was able to go through that. And this week we've been working very late. So thank you so much, Bwana Campo. We have Lawrence Wambua. Lawrence Wambua works with the county government of Kitui, Agriculture. He is in charge of the transport issues within the department, and he was of great help when we were identifying these vehicles, because in the report we could get that the vehicle was indicated that it is at Mwingi, but we did not locate it at Mwingi. Eventually we got it at Mutomo, and it was of great help. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Matthew Kimoli, dedicated engineer, did a lot of valuations, and whenever we wanted to send somebody very fast to go very far, Kimoli was available. He was good for that, and he did a good job. Philip Wambua is an engineer also. The reason why we had so many engineers, because the area we are dealing with was full of engineering, and we needed a lot of hand device on serviceability and the condition of the vehicles, and he did a good job. We have Frederick Musyoka. Frederick Musyoka is a member with Gov't. Is been an asset to this committee. Musyoka is pursuing a PhD in strategic management, and he really helped us where we needed advice on data processing and investigation, because he also comes from a background of investigation. Matters investigation, it was of great help to us. Then we have Freddy Mulandi. Mulandi also an engineer, mechanical, and most of the vehicles we were valuing, they had a good background, because most of them, they have gone through them, they have valued them, and they have interacted with them for a long time. Thank you, Mulandi. Then we have David Isoy. David Isoy is a CEO also. We are privileged to have 4 CEOs in the team, and they have really helped us, especially when we wanted to get information, and the information was not flowing fast. They were of great help to us. Thank you, Soy. Then we have Nelly Mutisia, who was a member of our secretariat. She's also the CEO Agriculture. Great help to this committee, and she did a good job. Thank you, Madam Nelly. Then Ferdinand Kathenge. Ferdinand Kathenge is also a CEO, and when we wanted things to move very fast, we could send Kathenge, because he could move very fast and get information for you. So thank you so much, one Ferdinand Kathenge. Finally, we have Thomas Kioko. Kioko is a transport officer with a good memory of almost every vehicle. You ask him, he would give you an history and he would tell you exactly where the vehicle is. He was of great help to us. Thank you so much. Members, that is the team we've been working with, and we've walked the journey together. I would request somebody to connect the PowerPoint. As we wait for him to do that, members, this country has enough resources for all of us. This Kitui has enough resources for all of us, but very little resources for one greedy person. And that is the essence why we are given the mandate to be good trustees and secure whatever we've been given as good stewards. Allow me to. I've been given 45 minutes to clear this. This is the committee with a very big name, and we are presenting this report today, reporting before, because of its transparency, people to come and witness, because it's full of transparency. So this is the committee and these are the members. This is our vision for Kitui. I know most of us know it, as it is written, to be a prosperous county with vibrant rural and urban economies, whose people enjoy high quality of life. This is a vision we need to memorize every now and then. And I was challenging the CEOs that this is the song they should sing anytime they asked about the vision. And the mission to provide effective county services and enabling environment for inclusive and sustainable socio-economic development and improved livelihood for all of us. I'm just reading this because I want us to memorize every now and then. On the introduction, when this committee was formed, we were given a platform to operate on, and from the assumption report of the governor's 2022 report, the report indicated that we had 313 motor vehicles, 222 motorcycles. We moved all over the county, 40 wards, 247 villages. We had the privilege to go to every village, because at least you could identify an asset in every village. And this is how the committee was formed. And as we've just seen at the first bullet, Kitui is too large. A radius, you can even travel from here to beyond Nairobi with the resources all over, and without good network transport, then services can be challenged. Condition and status, and to find out whether there was any discrepancies in the vehicles and the ownership, and verify details of the ownership to establish whether there are cases of mishandling and misuse and vandalism, establish the functional and grounded, and which we did, and design a prototype for the disposal of dysfunctional vehicles and plants. Methodology, we used site visits, we interviewed people, we used questionnaires, observations wherever we went, and we did data analysis and report writing. Your Excellency, this is the inventory. First column shows that whatever was declared during the handover report, showing, and the other column shows the variances, where, for instance, Minister of Agriculture, we were given 50 units. Going on the ground, we identified 63. There was a variance of 13 units. We don't know whether it was intentional, because if you quantify 13 units and assuming they were graders and other, because it's agriculture, where we have farm tractors and heavy equipments, assuming each unit is over 5 million, then you can know how much this county would have lost if this was not formed. Then the other column, we were given 21 units, economic and the planning department. We came across 22 units, 1 unit extra. Environment, tourism and natural resources, 3 units were given in the report. We identified 11 units, extra 80 units. Environment, tourism, and natural resources, 4 units. We identified an extra 1 unit, 5 units. Gender, sports, and culture, 5 units. That was excellently because it was tallying. Health and sanitation, we were given 83 units, but we identified 95 units, 10 more. If you quantify on monetary terms, that is a lot of money we could have lost if this was not, if the proper inventory was not given. Infrastructure, transport, housing, and urban development, we also have heavy machineries, graders. We were given 18 units. We came across 22 units, 4 extra. And assuming a grader is 18 million or 15, then doing a simple mathematics, you can realize how much this county would have lost. This list is full of underestimation, because in total we were given 252 units, but we realized 320 motor vehicles, 68 extra. Quantifying this on monetary terms, if county was to lose this huge amount of properties, then you can know how much this county would have lost if this committee was not formed. Because I know people normally criticize committees and negatively, but you can equate the value of the committee through the assets. And on the same note, vehicles and the plants which were given in this inventory, 14 of them were captured twice in the report. That now tells you that the 250 units given goes down by 14 units, because it was captured 3 times different ministries. So the report was not clear and it was not reflecting the clear picture on the ground. Motor vehicles that were in T, we have 6 of them that we could not identify throughout the exercise. And this first one, GK105T, tuliambiwa iko Kitui South. We could not get this vehicle. It's missing in our records, but appearing in the inventory. Kyoko could not recognize this vehicle, so we don't know whether it was a typing error or the vehicle exists elsewhere. GKX 625 was indicated that it was at Kitui Central. Still is missing in our inventory. We could not see this vehicle. And we are not very sure whether it was a typing error, because the members, the engineers who has been assessing these vehicles, and the Kyoko has been a transport officer, could not recognize them. Then we had this other, the number 3 item, not indicated where it was as at the time of the inventory. But we came to realize this unit had an accident and it was taken for repairs. Yes, it could be there, because that's what we were told, and this one can be heard. 15 CG 203 still under insurance. We could not get it at the time of inventory, but it is there. Then the 5th item, GK707N, for health and sanitation, we could not get the vehicle. But when we went to health and sanitation, the vehicle we got is GKA707N. And now we formed an assumption that this was a typing error. If really it was for the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, and the vehicle that they could recognize is GKA, not GK. If really this vehicle exceeds, then a forensic audit needs to be done, because we could not get it. GKA 086A, Health and Sanitation. In our records, we could get GKB 086A, but not GKA 086. Still an assumption, but still a forensic audit can be done. Findings on the motor vehicles inventory. The number we give there, we've given there 320. That's what we verified. We assessed physically, and we have the photographs of them and their colors. Assumption report gave us 313. The assumption office of the Governors Committee listed 266 motor vehicles, and out of these 206, which were in their records, then 13 units were repeated once, and this other unit was repeated thrice. This reduces the number to 252. according to us. And as we verified 66 units above that. Plant and machinery we classified separately, and briefly, because we can interact with this and interrogate. Still, we were given 76. We realized 78 in that ministry. 13 tied, municipality tied, Mwenge municipality tied, and the rest tied. But we had an extra of 2 units. Plant and machinery summary. 2 tractors, registration number this, lying at AMS. It's 2 hoard, and the committee recommends for disposal because it cannot be salvaged. These 2 units were not included in the office of the assumption of governor's report. Motorcycles. We have 175 operational, 40 brand new, would have not been captured in the inventory because they were bought later. And we have grounded and unserviceable motorcycles amounting to 73. Grounded, that can be salvaged, 95 units. Motorcycles summary, we have we identified 365. The 2022 report identified 181. There is a variance of 184 units. Assuming the 40 units were not bought at that time, then we have a variance of 144. And if you quantify this on monetary terms, then we could have lost a lot if this physical exercise was not done. We have vehicles abandoned, and the committee came across vehicles abandoned by the roadside, markets, and most of the vehicles, especially we found in police posts and police stations. Upon interrogating the police on how those vehicles were taken there, police could give us a true picture on how those vehicles ended up in their premises, because most of the vehicles were driven in, not even booked in. Somebody took the vehicle there and walked away as if it was coming back, and they could not know who brought it because it was just parked there. Nobody booked those vehicles there. So there's a clear negligence from the drivers, and this image gives you the clear picture of how these vehicles have been abandoned. No engine, if you assess this vehicle. Rear assembly, no missing. Tires and the entire assembly not there. And if this vehicle stays there for a long time, then Kitui County may not salvage anything, because anybody looking for spare parts could get it from there. This is Angreda. When we were in the exercise, we found it at Chief's Camp, at Chief's Camp. This grader was taken there, parked there, and whoever parked there did not even bother to come and check whether the vehicle is still safe. And the police were almost telling us, please do something because we've been taking care of this vehicle. Please take care of us. We've been taking care of this vehicle. And true to the fact that the vehicle is intact, very clean, just well, and the vehicle will be out of the police station. Vehicles abandoned, still the list continues. These are vehicles that has been abandoned for a long time, some since 2019. And the reason why this tractor is at Nguni police station is that it was impounded by a police check unit, a crime that could not cost so much. But as at the time we were there, this vehicle was still lying there, very new, because it's a new farm tractor. You just ignite and the tractor will be out of the station. This registration number KCD 419F and double cabin, estimated at 2.8 million, has been lying at Simba Cold for long. Roller for the Ministry of Agriculture, abandoned at a farm in Bahrain village, Momoni. This vehicle has been there since 2021. Motor vehicles abandonment, the list is so long, and you can see the estimated value of the assets. And at the other part, you can see the estimated cost of parts for this vehicle to be back on the road. Assuming the first one grader worth 13 million, we will need 250,000. Then there is no need of keeping this unit there for that long. The other unit, picking the third unit, which has been there for a long time, assuming the repair cost is 3 million, then we could not be losing 20 million lying there. And the list is too long. Picking and grader, number 5, worthy about 13 million. It's lying at the Zambia Health Center. And it only requires about 1.2 because it had a nozzle issue. This vehicle, I'm told you, whenever another grader develops a problem, you could go and remove the rims there or the wheel and take to the other grader. So the vehicle is being cannibalized, and sooner or later, probably we may not be able to have a complete set, because I'm told whenever a spare is needed, another grader is installed somewhere, this is the source of the spare parts. The list is too long. Assuming these items were worth 105 million, and the only estimated repair cost is about 7 million, then on our prudent financial management, we could not wish away 105 million because of 70.2 million. Because quantifying this and the loss, then we are not prudently managing that. These vehicles have been lying there, some 2020 and others in 2021. Recommendations on this: we recommend, if the county is going to buy that, to have a towing unit where a stalled unit can be towed to a safer place to avoid vandalism. A response unit can do that, probably from the transport of from the mechanical transport. This can help. Then with monthly submission of reports for vehicles in garage, vehicles involved in an accident, then we could be able to trace this and avoid keeping these vehicles for too long. This is a case of vandalism, and this vehicle is lying at The first one, Trimblizer, is lying at TMD for a long time. And this vehicle has a funny history because at one time, the then CS Chepcheng wrote a letter, and we have the letter authorizing parts to be removed from this Trimblizer. The way it looks very new, checking from the rear part of, but were removed. The media team, parts were removed from this vehicle, taken another one belonging to the county, and the vehicle is still lying there for too long, as new as it is. KMBU 647T, this vehicle is parked 50 meters from here, just at Tanahath here. As you can see down there, this vehicle has a very unique history because the car is very clean. Those who belong to Kitui County knows the history of this car. This car has no gearbox. Gearbox was removed. I don't know whether that is a procedure for government vehicles. Whenever it has a problem, you remove part, take it to garage, or you tow the vehicle to the garage for repairs. But this particular unit, the gearbox was removed, and the vehicle is lying there because of that. Circumstances surrounding this gearbox are very unique, and as we move down, you realize this car is also peculiar because it consumes fuel even when it is parked there. It is true, we will give you facts. This car has been drawing fuel while parked there. And to make the matter worse, this vehicle consumes both diesel and petrol. This is very unique for Kitui County. Very unique. Vandalized motor vehicles. These vehicles were vandalized. If like the first one at Duarte Garage in Mwingi, these vehicles were vandalized, and soon or later we will have shells if these vehicles were not removed there. Most of them were there. Then we have others in various garages. This is the list of vandalized vehicles. It's a long list. We may not read each and every item, but these vehicles have been lying wherever they are for a long time. Now, recommendations on this. As we give recommendations, the bullet 2, 15 CG 061, and the other one, these are the newly acquired livestock carrier trucks. I know these trucks did not work for a long time, and these trucks cannot move from where they are today because some parts have been vandalized. As new as they are, these vehicles cannot move. And from an insurance point of view, that whenever an item is stolen from your vehicle, insurance charges policy excess for theft. Now these vehicles, each is worthy 12 million. And if we were to pay policy excess to the insurance company, to have them repair this vehicle, then we will pay 1.2 million because it's charged at 10% theft excess. If you were to pay for the 3 units, or even 3 units, because the other one is not the livestock carrier, then you will pay 3.6 for us, for the insurance to take up this claim. But insurance does not pay a claim when it is below the policy excess. So this one, eventually, at the end of the day, Kitui County will repair this vehicle, and our cost of repair for 3-4 units will cost not less than 750,000, simply because of a negligence. Frequent mechanical breakdown of motor vehicles. We came across so many vehicles suffering from nozzle issues, nozzle ejector issues, and those who know about the ejector nozzles and from the mechanical device, this thing is caused by contaminated fuel. It is high time that Kitui checks where they are consuming fuel. I'm not marketing for anyone, but I'm saying if we continue losing money because of nozzle issues, then Kitui is not getting value for money, and this an area that the management needs to interrogate. We have a list of grounded vehicles, and when we interrogate this, the causes of this is similar: nozzle, nozzle, nozzle. This estimated value of these units, they are worth 225 million, and we are losing this because of nozzle issues. It's an area that needs to be interrogated without fear of contradiction. Check where you consume fuel and develop a well-recorded fueling history of vehicles, plant and equipment, where you can know this vehicle consumed fuel from this station for this period, and this happened. It consumed fuel from this other station and this did not happen. Then that informs in decision making. Misuse of fuel. The vehicle that I've just mentioned, parked there, this is one of the vehicles that is consuming both diesel, consuming fuel, and they are not in our books. They are still consuming fuel. Fuel is used to buy other items. Like you send somebody to a petrol station to do fueling, but you buy tires. This conversion is dangerous because it's not a prudent way of managing. If really we can allow fuel in a petrol station, then I believe this county can allocate money for repairs and maintenance. And if that money is not diverted, then county will get value for the money. This is the KMPU. Probably people may say that I'm manufacturing stories, but on 60 January 2021, this vehicle diesel powered, consumed through a detailed order written there 826388, consumed 86.51 liters of petrol, amounting to 9,369. Then KMPU 912T, and by the time this vehicle was consuming fuel, this vehicle was grounded since 2020, and on 25th November, that is the time when the purported spare part was taken to Nairobi. We have the contacts of where the purported engine was taken to. We are not sure whether that is the engine because we don't know the serial number of the engine they are holding. Then KMBU 912 on this particular date consumed 60 liters of petrol. Then KMBU 918 still consumed 60 liters of diesel at the same time. And this is another vehicle with the same character, consuming fuel and petrol at the same time. KMBU, still powered, petrol powered, consumed 30 liters of diesel, unique character, unless this is a new model. Then on 30th, 10/2019, this is an history, and I know this guy is known, this vehicle is known. This vehicle has been consuming fuel in a department for a long time, almost every day. And GKB does not belong to Kitui County to begin with, 282H. It has consumed 3,820 liters of diesel, worth 453,000. At the same time, this vehicle, still with the funny character, it has consumed 868 petrol, worth 133. This can only happen in Kitui. Vehicles fuel while grounded. Still, this is another category. These vehicles are grounded. Interrogating through our books, you realize they were grounded for many years and they are still consuming fuel. It's a big list, but it amounts to a lot of money. And if this trend continues for a long time, then this county will be losing a lot of money. Written off vehicles, still fueling. This is another character of vehicle. This vehicle, instead of consuming fuel, consumed tires. 4 tires, worth 72,000. And the habit is there. That has to be controlled if we need to control our resources. Then this account for fuel, which has been abused, I don't know whether it's the standard management. KMBU on these specific days, on account of fuel, then it was converted to tires at 45,000. On account of fuel, KCD is due 5 tires at 150,000. I don't know approximately how much one was costing. And it's very unique to find a car replacing the whole 5 tires. It's not very unique. Those who have been driving for a long time. And the list is long with a lot of conversion. And our question was, if fuel could be allowed and account could have been, there could be afforded, then why don't we also create an account for that? This is very strange, and the list is too long. Too long list, and we've just selected a few. If we were to project everything on the slides here, then we could stay here for long, because the list is there too long. Misuse of fuel on county vehicles, you see the list. Recommendation, let's embrace electronic fuel cards. If self-management is not useful, then we embrace close supervision. And when requisitions are issued, then somebody could be there for checks and balance, but not just one person issuing and it is issued. There could be checks and balances. There could be submission of copies of requisition forms, detail orders, and work tickets to the transport officer, probably for constant follow-up to avoid these fires. Fuel statements, especially if picked periodically and in good time, then doing a simple audit, you can detect this whenever an deviation is there. And if anyone is found culpable, then surcharge that person. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another unique case, and this is a generator not far from here where we are seated. This generator, I know most of us who have interacted with the county knows it, few meters from here, and this generator has been consuming 200 liters of fuel when its capacity from the engineers and device is 100 liters. The fuel capacity, tank capacity is 100 liters, but it is consuming 200 liters at a go. Sometimes it can consume 3 times in a day, 3 times in a week. Probably there is a lot of power failures, I don't know. But it is consuming. I don't know whether this has been meant a cash cow, because in total, selecting a certain period and not exhausting everything, then this has consumed over 3 million. If we were to go on deeper and probably pick a larger scope, then I believe this could change to slightly higher, because it's consuming almost every time. We have another case, category of vehicles taken into garage just for service, and these vehicles are kept there. Most of them, even as we speak now, were fully serviced. If we were to be repaired, fully repaired, but they have not been collected. And for that reason, this vehicle has been accruing interest because of storage charges. A very unique case I know very well is the vehicle at Gym 2 panel beaters, the 4th item. This is ambulance, which could be giving people of Kitui service, was taken to Gym 2, and the quotation which we received from the garage, which was issued from Toyota Kenya, was worth 625,000. But this gentleman is charging interest, storage charges, and the car does not have any other problem. You just fix the item, and it's out of that place. But as at the time when we went to Nairobi, because this is at Nairobi along Wilson Airport, the guy had estimated the storage charges at 1.3. 1.3, double from the repair cost. And if this would stay there for long, then they would keep on escalating. The total cost of storage charges for vehicles that we just selected within a certain period is 4.6 million. But still, if we were to do a good mathematics and we want to redeem these 5 vehicles at a cost of 4.6, these vehicles are worth a lot of money. And just in case you want to buy vehicles for our CECs and chief officers, then paying these 4.6 or negotiating could be a better deal other than buying 5 vehicles worth 5 million or 6 million. So the county will make a decision on that. Recommendation on storage charges. Keep an updated data of vehicles with dealers for its follow-ups. Let there be a constant data which can be verified at any time. Then we need to negotiate with the dealers to waive this storage cost and have these vehicles out, because they are not mechanically, they don't have any mechanical challenge. We have another category of issues we came across when we were doing the inventory, and we picked these five units whose these vehicles were involved in an accident, and the first three, and I know there could be many, were a total loss. These claims has not been paid. We requested for statements to cross-check whether this money was paid to the county, because discharge vouchers were signed, but there is no clear evidence of this money, despite that Kenya Orient offered to pay. When this committee was formed and launched on 28th, about 5 units logbooks were surrendered, and as we speak, because we have NTSA search, these vehicles has been transferred to Kenya Orient. We need a forensic audit to know where this money is, because we were given 2 sides of our statements, the revenue and the other, and we could not trace the payments. So it is, this needs to be followed. These vehicles are worth over 12 million. If we get these 12 million, then we can buy several units. Recommendations on delayed insurance claims. Engage services of a reputable insurance expert, for that matter, to advise the county on insurance matters. Then we also capacity build our transport officer on insurance matters. This is not very costly. We can train them on how to pursue claims issues, and the other one is to pursue claims in good time. Unregistered mobile clinics. This is another mobile unit we found at CHMT down there at the minister's office. These mobile units, fully equipped with everything, you can see them here. They are fully equipped, mobile, but they have not been registered, and they have been lying there for a long time. And when we sent a team of engineers, one of the members was jokingly saying, if I'm given this unit, then I don't need a house. I could just be driving it, park it anywhere, and live there, because it has everything inside. The sockets are there for electrical. It has everything inside. This is a mobile clinic that can be registered and get value for these units. And they were donated. Kitui did not buy them, all valued at 12 million. Ownership of county vehicles. Out of the 320 motor vehicles we captured and verified, only 132 have logbooks in the name of county government of Kitui. 70 do not have logbooks, and 118 are the GK registered vehicles. Probably logbooks are with the ministries and department. And out of 365 motorcycles, 51 have logbooks, 112 no logbooks, 202 GK registered. County hospital, because when we were doing the inventory, we also did inventory in our health facilities, and we visited every health facility in Kitui County. When we were going out for the exercise, we were given 306 health facilities. When we went on the ground, we came across 360 facilities, 13 level 4 hospitals, 60 health centers, and 287 dispensaries, where 24 of them were newly constructed, or they were constructed by the defunct municipal council, and they have not been operationalized. This is an area where we can operationalize these facilities and give our people better health services, because the facilities are there, some are fully constructed. We came across another unique behavior of hospital equipment theft, and one of it was an ultrasound machine worth 750,000, which was stolen from Ekuda Level 4 Hospital. We have an OB number, and this equipment has not been recovered, simply because people walked in the hospital, pretended that they were going to do the service, and they walked away with the equipment worth 750,000. They identified themselves as the Megascope who supplied the equipment. We don't know who this Megascope is because we could not get him, but the equipment disappeared. Then a similar case was also identified at Chuso Level 4 Hospital, where an ultrasound machine also at this level was stolen from Chuso in 2020. Same circumstances, because they also identified themselves as Megascopes, and they disappeared with the ultrasound machine. Committee identified a total of 290 boreholes across the 8 sub-counties during that exercise, where 236 are functional and 54 not functioning because of either power failure, submersible pump failure, and the rest. Challenges we found in the boreholes: a lot of theft of generators has been going on. Vandalism of solar panels has been going on, and other cases we came across was salinity of the boreholes, which could be fixed through a modern technology of solar springs. This case, I went to Itangani borehole, which is at Kaliku area, Kitui East. This generator is abandoned outside the bush and outside the pump house, where a generator which is not functional is locked inside the pump house, and this is kept outside, and the place is prone to floods. During the same exercise, we realized that this facility was rehabilitated. The pipeline along that area, which uses water from this borehole, was rehabilitated at a cost of 7.93,822.80. This is the reference number of that contract, but the facility has not been working since 2020, even after consuming 70.9 million on the pipeline. County investment entities, as we all know that we have Kikotech, we have Prussia, we have Cabro, we have textile, we have leather industries, food industries. All these investments are very unique in their nature, and these investments are not as bad as people may think, but we will display some good information about them. These investments have exaggerated cost of items procured, because at Kikotech we came across a mosquito net making machine which was procured at a cost of 29,498,000, and this machine has not been, I don't know whether it is still giving value for the money, but if well managed, I believe it can do so, but it has been lying there. We are not very sure whether this is the actual cost of this machine. Then 100 computerized sewing machines were purchased through this tender number at 9.4. We don't know whether this looks very high considering the case of a sewing machine, and this list goes down. This list goes down. Supply and delivery of branded cartons. The management there were telling us that we don't buy branded cartons. We have the machine to do it from here. So 500,000 could be used for branding cartons when could be done there. Supply of materials for chiefs, overcoat, whatever, 875. And the guy testified to us that we don't buy this material because they are supplied to us. They are special material. We are supplied by the client, and we do the knitting. And the list goes down. It's a lot of money, to amounting to 63,310,578. We got statements, bank statements for Kikotech, and between 2018 to 2020 at the moment, interacting with both revenue and operational accounts, these accounts have received not less than 614 million, but almost 614 million has been spent, leaving a balance as at now of about 440 something thousand, but still not operational because of they could not pay electricity bill amounting to about 100,000. So the casual workers there are not working, the people are not working because of the electricity bill. Reading through the statements, that tells you that this is an area that can be salvaged, and if given well management, then it can give value for money. Ballast crusher, same. We indeed sent a team to ballast crusher, gave us their report. And again, we did send another team to get another opinion. And personally, when I went there with another team, this crusher was tested for us. It's running. It is working. You go today and it can function. And this crusher has a capacity to give you 100 tons, metric tons per hour. Doing very simple mathematics, if we translate this to monetary terms, then this can give you 1 million in a day. Within a month, it can give you 30 million, and within a year, then this investment can give you 365 million, or even much beyond this, because the mineral resources are there. And then we recommend for the operationalization, because these entities can make money, but still with good management. Exaggerated cost of procured machines, they are On the ballast crusher, this one we have discussed, and we are recommending a process to dispose the dysfunctional vehicles that are beyond serviceability, and if a process is followed, then we can sell these vehicles. And step 1, we identify them, and step 2, we obtain the consent from the ownership document from the PS relevant ministries for disposal. Step 3, county government to assess the vehicles and get the chief mechanical engineer's opinion. 6, ministry concerns to execute Form 058 that is used from the ministry for the disposal, and if this form is taken to, along with the prototype, is taken to the county assembly and approval is given, then we can sell these vehicles, because as at now you cannot do a valuation where you don't have a logbook. Logbook communicates a lot when you are doing the valuation, so this is very critical. Now, action plan. On item number 1, streamlining the reporting structure in the Department of Transport, because that's where the elephant is in the house. Then we are recommending that the CEO Transport can act on this within a shortest time possible, possibly 1 month, and we notice an overlap in the management. Central line of transport management, same CS, 1 month formal management structure. Then number 3, repairs on the grounded and serviceable motor vehicles, COs in that ministry. Within 3 months, we can have these vehicles, and the expected results. Then we can increase efficiency in our management and service delivery. Number 4, pay for the burdened vehicles at motor vehicles dealers. We can do this because these vehicles are lying there. This will increase our fleet, and I will not incur cost to buy new vehicles. Secure all the abandoned vehicles. County transport, 2 months. This can avoid vandalism if we secure these vehicles. Purchase of towing unit. This will help when there is breaking down. We can evacuate this vehicle to a safer place other than abandoning them, and we get vandalism. Developing of a clock-in, clock-out register for motor vehicles. We noticed that drivers are using these vehicles outside the working hours and outside the jurisdiction they are given, because they are keeping these vehicles, they are going with them. We noticed them when we were going around the exercise, and this is happening. This is an abuse, these are misuse. And if we develop a clock-in, clock-out, when you walk in and park the car there, you will clock in and you clock out. These are cases of misuse. Budgeting for installation of solar panels to all borrowers. CO Water can do that within 6 months of given budget to reduce the operation cost of borrowers. Securing water resources like borrowers, electricity, fencing. Others are exposed. We need to do the fencing, and again sensitize the community to own these projects, these facilities, to minimize cases of vandalism. Because we noticed a certain wave of vandalism of Boao facilities along Kitui South, which was not witnessed along the other areas we went, and it's very unique. And if people are sensitized to own these facilities, then they can take care of their own facilities. In conclusion, Kitui County has enormous resources. All that is required is good management and selfless leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our presentation, and I thank you for listening to me. You are such a wonderful audience, and I thank God that He has taken us this far, and we are able to give this report. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
I'm not sure I acknowledge the Deputy Speaker and members of the County Assembly who are here. Tunaweza kuwatambua, tuwapigieni makofi tafadhali. And I'm tempted to request the Deputy Speaker to come and say something before we start asking questions. I did not call him initially deliberately because I wanted him to hear what the committee found out and what their recommendations were. Because if he commended or if he spoke earlier, it would have been out of context. Kwa hivyo, kabla hatujaendelea sana, mtaniruhusu nimuite kwanza, lakini mmesikia kwa chairman wa hiyo kamati, hiyo zote, the vehicles, the plant, the equipment ni mali ya watu wa Kitui. Properly utilize the services for which they were procured to deliver can be delivered. I just listened to Mr. Ombua talking about the crusher at Kitui and saying, oh, it can make 1 million Kenya shillings per day, 30 million per month, 300 million per year. I don't know whether it's as easy as that, because you need to see the cost side of it, not the revenue side of it, and what it costs to get it moving, and so forth and so on. But the reason why we put the committee together, and you saw there were so many people who are technical engineers, because the matters they were looking at are technical in nature, particularly engineering, either mechanical or electrical, and the other professions which were very relevant were matters relating to insurance. So tumesikia sisi wenyewe. I will give you an opportunity to give your feedback, immediate feedback. Of course, Mr. Ambua kept on saying the list is long. If we put everything here, we stay here long. I hope you mlisikia hiyo. Kwa hiyo, hii ni a tip of the iceberg. But what we wanted is to appreciate the nature of the issues, to appreciate what needs to be done. You also have heard, as much as I've heard, some vehicles which are in a police station. All you need is to go there, and when you kickstart, because they said they kickstarted some of the vehicles, they started some of the vehicles, and they are operational, but they've been lying there providing no service. One of them was a tractor and other such equipment. Even the crusher. The crusher has been lying there, I don't know how many years now. We saw some drama some time ago, some leaders exchanging some words about how it was procured, how it is being utilized, etc., etc. You have heard about this county entities. We call them county entities. Is the equivalent of state corporations at the national government. Going forward, we will have to make, as a county, these very, very hard decisions. Leadership is about not going downhill, not finding things easy. Your test of leadership is how you deal with the challenges, how you deal with the problems, and you come up with the workable solutions, bankable solutions. That's kwa sababu I don't want to bias you, what you want to say, what you want to comment. Allow me now to call the Deputy Speaker on behalf of the County Assembly of Kitui, the other arm of the county government, to come and make his remarks and observations. They may be personal because they have not gone there to resolve. And as I said some time ago, all these reports, at some point, they will end up at the county assembly because the county assembly has unique functions as spelled out in the constitution, which they normally play in order for things to work well. And then the rest of us, be ready with your comments, observations, recommendations, etc., etc. Kwa wakati huu, karibu Deputy Speaker. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency the Governor. All protocol observed. Good afternoon. Mumeshindaje? Mumesikia mambo? Firstly, let me start by introducing myself. I'm Chris Zilunzioka, Deputy Speaker of Kitui, of County Assembly of Kitui, and the member for Changuidia West. Today is a new dawn in Kitui County. We have just received another report. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for taking your time to make sure that the House of Kitui County is in order and is swept clean. Listening to the report, I must also appreciate the chairperson and the whole committee for the report which they have presented to us. Nimekuwa nikitembea kule mashinani nikisema kwanza ni kazi kwa mpango, kazi kwa mpango. Na nimezunguka sana kwa wodi yangu na hata kwa assembly nikisema this time round ni kazi kwa mpango. We must start from somewhere as we head somewhere. And we have started in the right footing, starting with pending bills committee, audit on human resource, and now on plants and equipments. Our listening to the report, I must say, we were in a bad shape. And Kitui County was totally in a mess. If we can have public servants fueling a stalled motor vehicle with both diesel and petrol, then it is shameful, and it is shameful. Your Excellency, I must say, because the report is now with us, it is time for action, and we must act on it. Considering that county property has been stolen, booked at the nearest police station, then no action is taken. How do we even deter those like-minded fellas who in future may be thinking to do a similar act? Your Excellency, as the County Assembly, we will support you because it is very clear from the County Government's Act that the county government is comprised of the county executive and the county assembly. And therefore, our core mandate being service to the people, we will, we shall, and we must support this beautiful cause so that we deliver the people of Kitui, and then we deliver service to the people of Kitui, starting now, moving forward. I would suggest, because I have keenly listened to the report being presented, and there were some instances when the chairperson could tell us the amounts looks exaggerated. Maybe he will clarify on that, but looks exaggerated to me is ambiguous. We will either be forced to get another committee to look at that looks exaggerated and determine what it is that was exaggerated. Your Excellency, the Governor, honorable members present and members of Kitui County, let me stop there because we have a session for questions and answers. Lest I continue asking questions or even answering the same unknowingly. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Deputy Speaker. Sasa ni wakati wa fihadha guests and stakeholders, because you are all stakeholders as well, to seek clarifications where it was not clear. Even myself, I share what the Deputy Speaker said. When the chairman used the words looks like, exaggerated, members of the committee, if you had represented something like that to me, you know, because we have interacted with you. You can't talk about looking like. You must find out, and you had all the resources at your disposal. If you want to send anybody to Nairobi or wherever, so that looks like should not appear in a report. But kosa moja haiwezi kufanya nini? That is an observation which you should take in your stride. Lakini kuna mengi sana ambao wameongea, ambao wamefumbua, ambao tunatakiwa kuzingatia tukiendelea mbele. But before I make comments in that respect, let me hear anyone or a show of hands. Ukiwa unataka kuuliza kitu, inua mkono. Huyu ndugu yangu ameinua, mwingine hapo. Tutaanza watu wene, then we go to the next one. We start with him. I know he represents you. Then we go to CEO wa chamber. We go to a member of the committee, Mr. Munyambu, who is also, he wears many hats. He's a coordinator of Mwingi Business and Professionals Forum. And then tutaenda kwa ndugu yangu. That lot first, and then tutaanza ile ingine na Mheshimiwa Ngoima. Waheshimiwa wawili hapa, then tutarudi nyuma. Sio na wasiwasi, tutakupatia nafasi. Hebu tuanze na ndugu yetu hapa.
Yeah, thank you.
Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Willy Mutinda. I'm here on behalf of the youth, and thank you very much for this opportunity. We have, of course, listened to the committee, and I would just like to say, because with my case, I'm representing the youth, and once we go out there, we share with them the reports, we discuss with them. We have had the opportunity to hear the first report. We had the opportunity to hear the report on the pending bills committee, on the human resource, and now here we have the motor vehicles plant and equipment determination. And of course, from a layman's perspective, and the common mwananchi generally out there, it is evident that there has been mismanagement, there has been plunder of resources, and one would really be keen to know what is being done or what will happen to all those who are capable or all those who are responsible. Because in most cases, the mwananchi does not know the legal proceedings as such, or what the constitution gives directions to what should happen. So they always know that maybe the governor should do this and this, the executive should do this and this. So maybe the chairman or
walikuwa naleta ile ndio makola na mangari yao pale Kikotek. Wanaleta machief, masafu chief wachoneo nguo. Lakini umeona hata kuna mtu anaandikiwa LPO ata supply hiyo makola. So I urge your office and the county government, zinachukuliwa, mtu anaenda police station, anaenda na report, but there was no action. Hakuna kitu ilichukuliwa kwa sababu hiyo inasemekana Megascope is a company known, na kuna service, kuna vitu zililetwa county sio serviced na wasilipwe. Ikiwa county ilikataa kulipa, basi wenyewe walichukua, kwa sababu ukikataa kulipa sinachukuliwa. So hiyo hapo naona hizo ombi tu ni piara tu, kwa sababu hata sasa polisi hawajapata hizo machines na zinaambiwa zilichukuliwa zikaenda. There was no follow up for the county government, waangalie hizi vitu zilichukua na mala gani. Megascope si mtu anaweza potea, is person known. Lastly, kuna ngari sinawekwa polisi. Hizo zilikuwa zinawekwa na driver. Driver anaenda anaweka ngari polisi na anaacha. That driver is known. Kwa nini aliweka hiyo ngari hapo? Haifanyi kazi. So hiyo driver lazima aulizwe, kwa sababu alipeleka huko. Aulizwe aende achukue ngari mahali alienda, akaweka ngari na irudi tena. Hiyo itasaidia county mambo mingi. The other one nimeona the last one pana chairman, kuna ka list umeleta hapo. Kuna ngari za private, kuna ngari private zilikuwa zinakunywa mafuta na county ya serikali ya county. Ukazileta hizo ngari, lakini those vehicles, who are the owners of those vehicles, walikuwa wanakunywa na hiyo account ya no. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Asante sana. Asante sana. Next, tulikuwa na watu wene, watu waine, watatu, na tusirudie kitu ambacho kimeongelewa na mtu mwingine. Karibu.
Yeah, thank you. Through my governor and the deputy governor, all protocols observed. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, my name is Kampo Munyambu. Your Excellency, I want to highlight on some things. Should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want my chairman, Stephen Wambua. Let's go back to Kekotech briefly and see.
You project again?
Yeah, because there are some things there.
It's okay.
I want to highlight. Yeah. Okay. There was a machine there which was bought at 29 million. I kindly want to ask you to bring it there. Yeah, the machinery. Yeah, that machinery, the net making machine, is there, and it has never worked for a single day. It is lying there. It has never worked for a single day. Let us go to number 2. Number 2 is computerized sewing machines. These machines were bought. I was there with the factory manager and the CEO there, and we walked there, touching everything to see what was going there. The computerized sewing machine came twice. There are only 100. They came twice on a Buick of twice, 50-50. Now, the 9,999 409. If you count, if you divide, you will find that that machine costed 94,000 single machine. That one, 94,000 at a cost of maybe 20 million. If you deduct, you will get 74,000 million, 74,000 cement. If you multiply, you will get 74 million cement. No, 7 million cement. Yeah, 7 million cement. Na katika the same machine imeletwe the same na ile elezo ingine imeandikwa computerized machine as above. As above niliuliza huyo manager as above ni nini, akaniambia ni ile material, ni ile machine zimeletwe na zimeletwe tena the same, na they are only 100 na zikaletwe zaidi ya mara 10. Acha niziko zimeletwe zaidi ya mara 10. The same machines 100 zimeletwe mara 10, karibu 10 at as zimenunuliwa tena, zikanunuliwa na zimenunuliwa tena mara nyingi. Yes. Yeah, siko zimenunuliwa na zimenunuliwa tena na zimenunuliwa tena mara ya 10. Ukienda kwa ile kneading machine, they are only 3. Na zikiwa 3, ukidivide unapata moja imenunuliwa kwa 560,000 moja single machine. They are there. Na haijanunuliwa kwa mara moja, ni mara 2, mara 3, mara 4. So ukiangalia unaona pesa zinaenda kwa ile tunaita ile inaitwa nini pale, inaitwa materials ya chips ya KWS ya APs na maybe na GSU simeletwe saiti ya mara 10 na county government inalipa. Actually tumekwenda itakuwa over 20 million simelipwa na county government. Ile tu kazi ya county government hapa ni kazi ya Gov't ni kushona tu alafu ilipwe labor. So over 20 million sikaenda about 3-4 times. Alafu ni nyingi, ni vitu nyingi zile tumeona pale ambapo kwa sababu ya stima. Tukawauliza wakatuambia kuko na pesa ya kulipa, lakini ile kamati ime expire. The board has expired. So wakasema sasa hawawezi kulipa kwa sababu hiyo kamati ime expire, na wakatuambia, nikauliza sasa hao wanafanya hapa ni watoto wangapi? Casuals wakaniambia ni 328 wale wanafanya hapo, lakini sasa hawajalipwa na hawako. So pesa nyingi zile zinapitia kwa Gov't ni nyingi zinapotea. Interact na ile kuna revenue na ile zinaingilia hapa na zinapitia hapa, zinaingilia hapa na zinapitia hapa. Nikaangalia mtu mmoja, nikaona namba moja pale ni 0720 27 96 96 0720 27 96 na ikaishia hapo. Ikaishia hapo. Hiyo namba ime withdraw 10 million. Yes, ime withdraw 10 million. Nikaenda tena. Kwa bahati nikaona ameongeza ile namba, sasa iko full. Yes, iko full. Nikaangalia 0720 27 96 alafu 96. Nikatuma shilingi 5. Yes. Nikatuma shilingi 5. Ikaleta jina. Yeah. Acha lilete jina la Mkikuyu. Rudisha pesa yangu shilingi 5. Si nimejua jina. Nikarivasi nikarivasi. Alafu kuna hiyo trend imeendelea hivyo na hivyo na hivyo, so Kikotek pesa inaingilia kwa mlango ya nyuma, ya mbele inapitia mbele. Nyuma ni mlango, alafu kule inapitia ni gate. Sinapita kwa gate. All through imeingia inapita. So my recommendation there ni wizi. Kikotek ni mzuri lakini wizi ndio inaendelea hapo. Kuna ile ingine hapa inaitwa food. Tulienda kwa food pale. Tukaenda pale. Tukaangalia mashini iko. Ikasemekana haijafanya kazi. So zile pesa close to 40 million siko pale, na ilifanya kazi tu siku moja, ambaye kulikuwa na nini kule Makueni. Ile kongamano ya Makueni. Siku hiyo moja tu ndio ilifanya. So, actually nimeona 0 KCD 109 inadaiwa 174 only. Alafu hizo hii ingine 503 hiyo ni storage. Kuna ingine imedaiwa 74,000 only. Alafu inadaiwa sasa around 1 million kwa sababu per day pale wanalipisha 10 po na imekaa pale for long. So zile gari ziko pale asiwezi maliza hata million jistolewe pale actually ni Simba Court. Ni Simba Court. So hiyo ni sinakaa pale. So hiyo ni sinakaa pale. So na kuna ile nyingine nilikuwa nataka ile nataka kuambia ile njike pale. Umeona hizi so
we have all heard. Hebu tupatie ndugu.
Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. My name.
Endelea bwana Kashu.
The committee.
Endelea bwana Kashu.
The committee. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That the committee should name private cars fueling using county government fuel accounts and their owners, so that the people of Kitui County could know who their public enemy number one is. This list is around this county, so that it deters other officers with with that kind of mentality from coming up with similar schemes to defraud the county. Number 2, I was keenly following to hear the committee's recommendation on dishonest officers entrusted with various departmental functions. Massive fuel and motor vehicle spares have been stolen under their watch. Kitui Dr. Julius Malombe. I recommend that those complicity to the above financial crimes should be kept away from their functions, where they have midwifed massive theft and wanton misuse of county vehicles, kwa sababu hawezi weka fisi na mtoto wa mbuzi kwa zizi moja. Atakulwa. Last but not the least, responsible for safeguarding government property. The committee has fallen short of recommending criminal culpability on lost government property or motor vehicles. Do we just wish away those criminal elements within our government? Yep. So I suggest that our good governor institutes.
Nilisema tutaanza hapa na members of county assembly. Hebu tuwe na nyinyi watatu, na then the fourth one will be the lady out there kwa sababu alinua hapo mbeleni, and then tutaenda another round.
Your Excellency, thank you our chair for this committee.
And then ukimaliza utampatia, kisha apatie huyu mwingine, na the person who is roving the mic upatie huyo mama, and then
represent the township. Mr. Governor, this county could not have taken off without these committees. They were very important ones. I've listened to the 3 committees which brought their report in this room. And all the time we come here and listen, we hear that this county was not on its grave to existence. Much need to be done. Much need to be done. And to immediately will have been done wrong. So we need immediate, we need to effect all this report immediately. Mr. Governor, the justice delayed is justice denied. That's what they say. So we will be competed by other people outside there asking us, so what? You have done 3 reports. They have brought these results. So what have you done? So what? Those people who are on that other side, so what? They will ask that question. So we need to see things moving immediately in all the corners. And like we have taught you every time, we are ready. Over. The commissions are over. The committees are over. Let's get down to working and let our people get their justice. And everybody will be feeling very well if there is something seen working. A lot has been said. Very many things have been done wrong, and we want to correct them, Mr. Governor. And know you are equal to the tasks. People of this county elected you knowing you are equal to the task, and you are very efficient governor. So let's start from there. Let's go to deliver for these reports, and the people will be listening for that. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you, Governor and the Chair. My name is Honorable Jeremiah Mutua, the MCA for Guni and the Deputy Minority Leader at the County Assembly of Kitui. Mr. Governor, I could link very fast because I was here when the report on HR and staff rationalization was being undertaken here. And today I've seen a report on vandalism of the motor vehicles and assets, and I could link very quickly, because if you don't pay someone, then you steal parts from these machines and assets. And I want to go specifically on the issue of the insurance company and on the issue of procurement for the service provider for the insurance companies. As the chair presented, I saw Kenya Orient. I'm not talking about bad to this insurance company. The county government signs a discharge voucher, for that matter a DV, for the payment. And you said the payment was not done because there's no clear record from the statements. I would propose going forward, such kind of an insurance company bidding to provide service for the insurance services in the county should be bad. We don't want to have such kind of insurance companies which are not paying the claims. And for that matter, if the claim was paid, the county government lost money. That's a proposal. And again, when money was paid, because the discharge voucher was signed by the authorities of the county government. Thank you.
His Excellency the Governor and the Deputy Governor and the Executive. Good evening, good afternoon. The investigatory authorities, that is the ESCC or the DCIO, on some of the years. Because, believe you me, unless something is done about this, it will keep on recurring. every now and then.
We will also have security lights not going off when we have a blackout. So on the issue of generators, we will have saved a lot because there will not be monthly bills for us. And we will also prevent our workers or our officers from using the same generators to steal the public funds, which is wrong. On the other issue, I'll go to the issues of the workers. Whereby most of the wrongdoing has been done by the workers. That is very true. I would like to urge our governor. It is said, if you are not infected, you are affected. We have officers who never did wrong during this time of the audit. And they saw others doing whatever they did. So I will urge our able governor, please, let our workers be trained on the issues of handling the county assets, because it's a very vital issue in the county. And for sure, a driver abandoning a car or a county vehicle or a machine anywhere, that is not good. I does not adhere to Chapter 6 of our Constitution. So we are requesting for the training of our workers, because these are the same workers you are going to use when you're implementing your manifesto. These are the same workers who were, some were affected and others were infected during the last time when this vandalism was happening and this stealing was happening. So we urge you, please, let it be noted that workers need thorough training. Thank you very much.
Mpigieni makofi tafadhali. Very good recommendations are coming through. Now we'll have the last round because hatutaki kukaa hapa. There are so many people with their hands up. We'll start there and then we'll finish here. We'll start with that gentleman who is anainua mkono na anasimama. Huyo kwanza, na usianze kuongea kabla sijasema wengine ni kina nani. And then the guy next there, na yule hapo na hapo. And then we'll have 2 more rounds na tutaishia hapo tafadhali. And he promised me utarudia kile kimesemwa na mwingine, so that we save time. Now you take little time as possible, maybe jambo moja, ili wengine wapate moja moja namna hiyo. Karibu. Then when you finish, Mr. Musili, you take it to the next person so that we have that round of 4, and then I will show you whom we go to next.
Ni muvemo no governor. Ondo na mwale aba atu ukambani. Tuwa tukwenda ndwala makume ivono tukwasi. Tuweketu nene kikamba. Muvemo no governor. Governor witu wa Kitui. Na ndumaitu nenda kwa kindu kimwe. Hii ni report ya katatu. Tunewa report. Report ya mbe ya nene ya pending bill. Ya keli na nene ya wandikani. Ya katatu inene ya ngali. Na mwazisi ya bae mkono numbeza singetwe. Ila tuwakomanie ba around ya mbe mwezi ni mkwe van pending bill. Na kikamba kiasi ya kana waendo kuwa muti kuwa nisi na mei. Na yon muti ula tukuite Kitui tuwakuye luki. Tuwatia nwange ba mobisini. Kila tuikaba aka luki yako maana kyo. Computer ile si dokumete wewe ya sivendo tuko na muthenyi. Twateria nakyo. Eliane tukwenda kuteria Kitui nondo nyene ngusi ninaendie nakatiwa wakasi utheete ba utebe ambulance yakalawe 14. 14 na natwa mindi yabuna chingwe uchathio bitho. Imagine ambulance 14 si katika garage awo magwa wanakyo. Mwikono leba okwe we twa BCD we twa BU nye katiwa anzoka ngunengere KCD 177F na nguthi ngwananga na nanga ngukone yakioko nenge ngalingi ezinge yuma mundu wakwa nanga ngali karibu 5 na mundu zino sensation makwika lanzi ila governor omie kibila ni 2017 na mbingo ya ngusi aendie baya athikumwa ewa nduli kaba na governor ucio ngioselera na andu make hau ithi twikale na andu mangilo makutu isaba hata nda ni mumonenga ni information na mwe mo twenjoi ba mundu akukonera neza athi mitandao ni akwacha besire singero sikatiwe twateria nakio ethia ni na list twisi yasa ni governor naku ebo Felix atiwe bunandu memwikie mbesa ngilimana mwanza na kindu na memu ya kaumie ngilimana mwanza na watu wangilimana mwanza utungiwe ngili 20 na ngili zungi ndezi siliko ni katiba keba ka Kenya kanena ni numie ni kiwe account ni pesa ngili milioni 1 na ngoi numie na naumia ngwete unenge ngili miongwele izo ngizia iko na account ni yakwa ethiane tukwenda kumia kikoki ni ulona kwetu zugani wangali na umwe peke mundu ungi ula bwana nesa tekana tu nesa lakini tuyamba kwenda nyenenyu mutu ya mubuko tanzuka ranga na muguka kwenje ingaba na vitu ba akwetu na noye muno na ngaba na tuna noye muno ma kangu tabi
point made wa point ya gwadwa izito gwadia
kale mina ngaba na mwata badali sioni bana hii sioni bana zizi ile nai mwathiki thwai kila nyama beondo yawa na ndwala memusi nala mendie kithoi meisa ondoma ithi tunaendie kithoi tina nyoka tuna maingi ekatu ikayo ndoma na alama na twetele rumuni ngali ambuka wa Kitui yuthi Kitui yuthi lobi pe ama maliki asitenji ni matu angethika angibe moka na ndizi amoka ya bika majana mo maukaba ni bikie na yo akwija twimwe ningetwa ukai na itukie na uwe wa ukaki Kitui kiki na thina ngabana mwa tisi zote bazore no kyanya takataka hii na ndio kwa tuteria
yo no majandane
na kwena mina
okay next
order
okay point yo imwe nika round tukasiokele tafadhali.
Okay, Your Excellency, our Governor Kitui, Dr. Julius Malombe, Chairman of the committee. My name is Jones Zomo. I'm the Vice Chairman of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, Kitui County. And I'm a businessman, my destination. And I will talk to matters related to business. As you can observe, I would like to point out, as I've been going through my business, I've never seen any government doing business. But it's a surprise, which is because I've done due diligence, especially on the stone crushers. And I've seen here that the crush costed the county around 220 million, while the market value of the crusher is around between 18 million and 25 million. So there is nothing like business being done there, but only it is being used as a conduit to siphon money. So I have got suggestions and proposals, if they can be allowed. Since government don't do business, not unless it is only what to conduct, and I have not seen. There were trucks which were bought in the name of transporting cattle or what. Those who do business, especially in transport, we used to obtain TLOBs, Transport Licensing Board. It is specified in the license what type of items you will be transporting. Either items for hire, or your own goods, or anything else. In this particular case, this
any other county or even the nation as they can. So thank you very much, very fundamental, and that informs some of the decisions you make, some of the actions the direction you go. I wish we had a lot of time. I'll tell you some of them because we have a plan for some of these things. Next, the two who are there.
Thank you.
And can we agree just one point?
Just one point,
so
please.
that everybody else
Yeah,
who wants to say something can have an opportunity.
Thank you, thank you. I will just go straight to the point. I'm Joseph Kimwele, the County Secretary for the Union of Kenya Civil Servant. And I want to thank the chairman of this committee because of the revelation that he has made. It has actually given us a lot of information. But I just wanted to talk on behalf of the drivers because he has actually highlighted that there are some vehicles which were left at police stations. And this is what I want to say, that drivers, most of them, actually they had no option rather than giving out those vehicles to the police, actual police station and the nearby save points, simply because their mileage were expired, and when they communicated the issue of service, the message was sent that if you don't want to drive that car, you can actually park that vehicle to the nearest police station if you don't want to move with the car. So in this particular case, the committee...
Message was sent by who, so that we are clear? Who sent that message?
Actually, the management. The management. The management.
The word management is very broad. Be specific if you want us to take action.
Okay, the specific, what I can say here, specifically, that communication was coming from the governor's office.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, in the governor's office. The governor's office has very many people there. Be specific.
The governor
ukiwa, if you can't
let me
say it publicly, you can say it later.
Yeah, I can say
if
it
we
later.
are to take action to correct the whole thing,
yes,
we need the facts.
Yes.
Yeah, but the governor's office has many people.
Yes.
But I can see you are avoiding mentioning.
Please.
Maybe it is not very safe for you to do that.
Yeah, I want to be wise on that.
Okay, thank you.
Please, thank you.
Next. Ama ikiwa point imesemwa, let's have the other round. Hapo wametosheka. Usiinue mkono na let's tuanze hapa, this lady here and this other lady. And I want a lady. Are you a lady? Then tutamalizia pale. The two ladies.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, I only have one plea to the governor. You've embraced accountability right now. So we expect going forward, we'll have similar forums to give an account on where we are as a county in terms of the issues that have been found, so that we progress with a bit of focus together with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being brief and to the point and very clear. Next.
Thank you, sir. My name is Janet. I work for Kitui Development Center. My concern is that after the report, I think we need more information on some of the issues. I've never worked for the government, but I was surprised when somebody says that somebody walks in and walks out with a machine. That is not a clock. That's a ring that you can just put on your phone or in your pocket. So that information, if it is not safe to say it here, kindly create a forum where we can get this information and let us work on it. Thank you.
Thank you too. Sasa tumalizie pale watu wawili hapo, huyo ni mmoja, wa pili ni nani? The gentleman out there, tutamalizia hapo na mtatuia radhi tumalizie hapo.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'm going to straight away. The history is with us, it's painful. But I think we need to ask ourselves then, how do we fight this evil? I have two suggestions. One, I think we need to create an hotline which is created for the real purpose, not for display, so that the public can join in this fight. Another point, I think we can have a county memory first, that we can be talking in our own barazas, so that the whole public can join to give out informations that can lead to curb this kind of thing. Because if we look at most developed countries, they are even giving bonds to some complicated situations, and eventually they get to nip down that culprit. So my suggestion is, let's we broaden this fight against this evil even to the public. When you wanaona shida, they give information, then you follow the information, which is not, if it's not purely witch hunt, then you act on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next and last.
All protocol observed. Majina yangu ni Kalungunzao kutoka Mlango Ward. Kupitia kwa chairman, umetuelezea vile ngari za county zimekuwa zikikunywa mafuta. So haukutuambia ni which petrol station ndio pesa zetu zinaimbiwa huko. Then kile ningependa, kama hizo petrol stations zinatumika hata saa hii, ningeomba hata tubandilishe. Asante.
Thank you. Being brief and to the point. And Tapatia, Mr. Wambua, the first opportunity to respond to some of the issues or to clarify, and then nitawaambia the way forward. Asante. Karibu, Mr. Wambua.
Willie Mutinda, Youth Rep, what has been done? Law will take its own course. Obviously, there is law governing, and law will be applied. Mosili Bravo, issues of generator, issues of Kikotech. We recommended for forensic audit and investigation because some things are beyond the committee, and I know county government will act on that. Number 4, the ultrasound machines from Chuso. Yes, this machine was stolen by people pretending to be doing the service. The matter is still in court, and the matter is being pursued. We may not discuss because it's before the court. Number 4, vehicles abandoned at the police station, private cars fueling. Yes, we did search. We know who the people are, and the report will go public once it is out. Campbell Munyambo was highlighting on issues, and he did it well. We don't need to add anything on that. Now, the other one, Honorable Ngoima, Mwene Town. He did commended the committee for a good job done, and much need to be done. That was his take. Honorable Jeremiah Mutua, insurance matters. Honorable Jeremiah, insurance service provider. The reason why these claims are pending is because of no clear follow-up, because we have discharge vouchers dated as late as last year, and what it means when you get a discharge voucher, the insurer is telling you, please, I'm paying you this much. So unless you do a follow-up, then the claim will remain pending if the insurer is not of good character. So please, that one is just a follow-up which needs to be done. Honorable Dingo, yatakuwa Vonza, vehicles problems. and the Kikotech being used as a conduit for siphoning money. He is suggesting to automate the transport system, a good idea, and I know county will think about it. Faith Moki, Secretary, Workers Union, on generator issues, she gave a suggestion, which is okay, probably can be digested. Culprits who are involved in these cartels, yes, the law will take its course, and she commented on training of workers. Katiwa spoke at length, and the issues he was talking about, you heard them. Nothing more to be added on that because he has spoken much on them. He's talking of people, enemy within ourselves. Enemy within ourselves. If enemies are there within ourselves, I know the leadership of Gov't Malombe will know how to handle that. Reason for, nanuane ni island makito yudu meka. Kiundi kuongela kindu nundu, aduma vinzi mano mesi yundu kwekawa. Jones Zomo, sorry for that. Vice Chair, Chamber of Commerce, yes, you gave out good suggestions. Given more time, you can give more. The other one is Joseph Kimwele. He just commented on the good work of the committee, and that is okay. The other one is the lady who did not give the name. Our concern was need for more information on workers out with those machines. The matter is under investigation, especially those people who have walked out with the ultrasound machines. Yes, we did visit the senders. We interrogated them. The matter looked like an inside job, but that's a matter that goes for further investigation. It is a matter that can be investigated. How do we Kalumu, which is the other name? Suggestion, sensitization and information sharing during barazas. Yes, it works when you sensitize the people, when you give them information, especially if it concerns assets and projects within themselves. They own it and they take care of that. I think I've answered all the questions. My colleague here, Kathenge, please come. There's an issue you want to clarify that ameniambia nimeruka. So you can clarify.
Yeah, give him the mic.
Sorry for that. The issue which our chair has not clarified is from the cash flow. If not, I think about private cars. You have seen they have been displaced there, and the recommendation is surcharge. And also the second question of dishonesty. Dishonesty goes with the car fueling also. You are not doing good to the county when you are fueling your car using the fuel account from the county. So that, I think that component, all of it will go with surcharging. But their process, don't think the governor will just wake up and start surcharging. Your question is...
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Asante sana, Mr. Ambua and the committee. If we keep on repeating, we will move from here.
Yeah, there was a machine at Kiusiani mortuary, and I was told it was carted away. I don't know, I didn't see it in your report. Can you clarify on that?
When we went at the village level, we used the village admin who knows each and every asset within the that area. The team that went there did not bring that to us, meaning the village admin did not capture that.
Okay, okay, okay. Tuwapigie makofi tena. Tena, sikusikia vizuri. I think Mr. Ambua, you can sit down, and thank you for responding to the issues which were raised by stakeholders here. And we cannot go on, I think tumesimamisha hapo. Let me give you a minute. Lakini hii tabia tukimaliza mtu anainua mkono. Ya mwisho kabisa. Wacha upatiwe microphone ili tukusikie.
My name is Margaret Musili, na yangu ni interest kidogo kutoka, yani kuhusu akina mama wa mboga. Kuna magari ilikuwa inasimama pale, ililetwa ya kubeba mang'ombe. Na kwa vile sasa Kitui hakuna ng'ombe, ndio nauliza hizo gari badala ya kusimama bure, na akina mama wako pale wakitaka kufanya biashara, na wana magari ya kwenda kutafuta mboga na huko mbali. Wajua Wakikuyu ndio wanaleta nini mboga hapa Kitui, kwa maana wako na magari. Sisi tukipewa hizo ngari na tupate pesa za kwenda kutafuta mboga outside Kitui County, haki tunaleta, tuwaweza kuleta mboga na Kitui yaweza kuendelea mbele, kwa maana tuwaweza kuwa na pesa.
That is a good suggestion. Lakini hiyo magari imetengenezwa specially ya kuchukua ng'ombe, unless mtaenda kuchukua ng'ombe. Na umesikia recommendation nyingine ambayo Vice wa Chamber Mr. Nzomo kutoka Mwingi amesema itengenezwe vingine. And I want to assure you, for the last 6 months you have not been sleeping. Wakati nilikuwa na mawaziri na CEO ambao walikuwa appointed my predecessor, in this same room during our cabinet meeting, I received reports from each ministry. And I was very keen to hear, particularly the ministry responsible for trade, what they have to say about all these businesses which the county government of Kitui had entered. And I asked one question. Were these companies viable? Was there feasibility study done before they were established? How much money came from the county government budget, went in? How much came out? How much profit was declared? Which accounts were used? Those of you who know me very well, I usually ask many questions. I even ask what are called the questions behind the questions in order to understand something very well. And some of these things we have a clear plan. But let me start now by saying, or let me at this juncture say this. There is a reason why we established these committees. You cannot start treating a patient before diagnosis. Hii county mulitupatia, tulikuwa tunasikia a lot of rumors. Hii iko namna hii imehibwa, hii iko vipi. too many cashiers, watu wanaweka mfuko pesa, and they find out the facts and the truth is by having committees like this. So that is the rationale behind the committees. Tujue ukweli uko wapi, facts ziko wapi, so that we devise solutions, we devise strategies ya vile tutaendelea mbele ili tusuluhishe mambo ambayo inatakiwa kusuluhishwa. But as we do that, we don't become stuck with running after people who did wrong things. Hii imefanywa namna hii. Ni kama kuendesha gari and you are looking at the rear mirror. If you fix your eyes in the rear mirror, na unatakiwa gari iende ivuke uziwatia no umelijabusini. Galetu twaiteita wa Kitui County. Ini see some of you no neua amwemane na vano mwameua. They are saying, look after who are the thieves and so forth and so on. Who are the culprits? I'm not saying we are going to let them walk scot-free, because as somebody said, if they are here, they are watching very keenly what we are going to do. Ikiwa walikuwa wanaenda kule kwa petrol station, wanatumia gari yao na inawekwa kama ni gari ya county government imekunywa mafuta. Seti hapa kila siku inakunywa 200 liters. And power hapa ikienda ni about just 1 hour or 2 hours. Unauliza 200 liters zinakunywa, how are they consumed? Ultrasound machines na other machines, even the one he has talked about in Kuzani, I have a report myself. It's true. Watu walikuwa wanaenda in some of our facilities and some of the hospitals, very expensive equipment which was supposed to serve our people, and they introduced themselves in various ways. Wengine wanasema tumetoka kule headquarter huko Kitui, tuje tuchukue hii machine ikaangaliwe, whatever, ama tumeruhusiwa to transfer mali fulani. And because of what the lady from the union said, our people are not well capacitated. They give out such things. Wanaambiwa uongo wa juujuu, and they don't say wait a minute na waende mali ingine wapige simu kwa the so-called headquarters na wapige simu kwa police ili waje waangalie kama huo ni ukweli ama ni upuzi. And a lot of machinery went, and it is true. This is not fiction. Who is the loser? The people of Kitui are the loser. Because if an ultrasound machine has been taken away from Ikuda or Chuso or Chusiani, the other one which has been talked about here, we may need to buy another one instead of constructing an ECD class where we have none. So, we are going to take action. And as Mr. Kadenge said at the tail end, we must follow what is called due process. What is due process? Don't condemn anybody unheard. Hata mtu ambaye ameua, kuua. Ile Mungu mwenyewe alisema the commandments, usiue. If somebody is accused ya kuua, are they given an opportunity kujitetea? So let's not lynch our people. Na musiseme ninaharibu wakati. I know some of you who want quick justice. Mungetaka tuende hiyo route. But I want to assure you one thing. Tutafika hapo. Tutafika hapo with the facts. And when we have the facts, we'll show you the door if you are the character and the person who needs to be shown the door. Because tukiacha watu wa namna hiyo hapa, hata tukitengeneza namna gani hatutafaulu. And I would like the people who represent workers and who are in the unions, please cooperate with us. Because where are we coming from? Where is this county coming from? This county, as Honorable Ngoima said, it has come beyond the HDU. When you are beyond the HDU, you are ICU. From ICU, you know where you went. When a county or even a company gets to a point where it is not paying salaries, inamaliza siku after the end of the month, inamaliza wiki, inamaliza miezi, and it's not paying salaries. There is somebody who used to train us at the university, used to tell us, those are the sign of a company which will collapse. Those were the sign of a county which was tottering towards collapse. Na collapse, hata wewe ambao uko ndani na unatetea mtu ambaye anafanya maovu hayo, hata wewe you collapse. I remember when we were at Naivasha for the summit. The summit is where the president, the deputy president, the 47 governors meet together. And usually when we are together, there is no issue, there is no agenda which you can't discuss. We collapse. Whatever relates to national government, county government, we normally discuss. And one of the cabinet secretaries, I won't mention the name, he repeated one statement again and again. He said, we are in it together. We either float together or we sink together. Don't think some will sink and you are left afloat. Tukikataa kurekebisha hii nyumba inaitwa Kitui County na Kitui Government na watu ambao wako hapo ndani, so that they do the right things. Wajue they have been trusted with these assets and you cannot misuse them. And we have seen from the 3 reports, they are very sad, honestly. Very, very sad. I know it's a challenge to me and others who are at the helm of this particular account, the ministers and the CEOs. And my assurance is just one. We are going to do whatever is necessary to make sure Kitui doesn't sink. We are going to make sure whatever needs to be corrected is corrected. We are going to make sure whoever has been misusing other offices, because I've been sitting in that office, the governor's office, and there are things which nilikuwa nasikia hii ilifanywa kwa sababu governor alisema ilifanywa. Only for the facts to be totally different. The governor hata hakujua. It was being done na wakora around, but using the name of the governor. Hata wakati ingine inasemekana nafanya na yeye yuko abroad. Nasikia? So I wanted the facts, because if you don't have the facts, you may take the wrong action. What are we going to do? What I've decided to do is to have a plan of what you do immediately, or what we call, the economists call in the short term, what you do in the medium term, and there is what you do in the long term. For example, to change the culture of employees, you need to do exactly what the lady said, that we need to train and capacity build to change mindsets. We need, as was recommended, to also get the drivers and others who are manning various places trained. Maybe sacking all of them is not the solution. Because if you don't train them, wengine wakija, they may start copying what others were doing. Kwa sababu wameona somebody who was somewhere, amekuwa tajiri sana, na anaona ni kugovern na ya kuensure the county really serves its people. And the resources we have, little as they are, because they are not a lot, they are used well, in a transparent manner, in an accountable manner, and in a manner people can really feel the difference of what is being done. It is really changing their livelihoods. Vile nimeamua ni there are certain things which will be done. For example, nimepeana ile example ya staff audit, the human resource audit and the rationalization committee recommendation ya kusimamisha mshahara forthwith. Forthwith is a stronger word than immediate. Wale wanaelewa kizungu kama Mr. Nzomo newa kizungu nundu mundusu from the time of the staff audit ilandu na talawa na langi matane hap na la mendu na kene matane hap wala matinda nake nemi na 1.5 to 2 months and they kumila anyway baka report yichuko nenganwe undu inanenganwe ba tuina kitumi cha kulea kuungamia musala pe recommendation ya tungami mundusu oka kumwia kula ni mukumwithukisia Asia Malombe muthuku no kutu victimize nundu tokie vinda ya kaluki nundu niwa mazi ando amo report inanenganiwe ba openly. Another example ya today na Mr. Kalungu, thank you very much. Nimwewe be kuli wakulia ina chungi wa biyo ni Mr. Wambua akulia hii iyo petrol stations isu inanyuso mauta na LSO yaandikitwe mauta na betwika ni tiles yanenganwe ve several culprits rika condemn i petrol station yoka. But do you think they are helping us to help ourselves if they do that? Aya genset isu ikutwika ne kunywa 200 liters capacity ya 100 liters na power yithi away for no more than 2 hours per day. I've been here that long. Are you? It is just down here. Are you here? No more. Abe mundu wazia oyuto baba zindu ziende tio mwewe no kuthi omande kuzuzia mindo ade majazi ya 200 liters yichi anyua adovane nyu. There we are going to take very swift action. Kube sindu tukusisia in a systematic way to take action phase 1 na phase 2. Ilangwasi ya phase 1 ni within 1 month to 3 months for action to take. And I've decided nitu kwithwa na kamati kanini katongozwe ni ministeri kila bandu na a few other members na we may and we are thinking seriously and I think we will go that route. We may find ways of bringing those persons who are leading those particular committees to work with the ministers, but they will not be chairs now, but the ministers will be there. And we look at what is provided for in the regulations and in law, how you address these matters. The law and the regulations, they have provided how you approach certain things when you find there are problems. Don't overlook that, because if you overlook that, you'll not get it very far. Somebody can run to court, and the courts will tell you, you can't go this direction. Okay? Get their way there. So we have said we are going to do that. Yesterday we were here for a cabinet meeting, and I indicated who are going to be the chairs and vice chairs. And next week they will start work. And some of the things you have said, were being recorded. And I wish to thank most of you who contributed on behalf of the others, because those points were very, very useful, and we will take them on board. We connect tribe buza. No, wala wa atumeame onenea alama nda kithoi. Mo anyamo. Imo mamba ako ya alange mani asiaisi ako yote mamba ako wanga. And they do come. These days, public participation is very important to involve the people, even in the decisions you make. Because whatever you are doing for and on behalf of the people. Asanteni sana, na sasa nimeambiwa we must have a ceremony, na utaondoa hii podium hapa ili tuwe na ceremony ya mimi kupokea report yenyewe. Nilikuwa bado pokea.
Okay. Yeah.